Hello, everybody. So wonderful to see you all. Some of you are already on here leaving me some comments. Thank you so much. Let me check them out real quick here. Cheryl says it's been kind of cold where she's at. Good morning. Yeah. Well, I guess it might be morning where some of you are, but it's not morning here. So I don't know what in the world my brain was thinking at that time. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I have some cute projects for you. I hope you enjoy them. Tonight is a night where I am going to watch the football game. So yes. And I think I may have to turn my iPad down. Yep. Tonight is I forgot. We took it up to the doctor's office for my husband so he could watch some TV while he waited patiently for his stick in the eye, which didn't happen. Yeah, he got up there and they put him in the room and they numbed his eye in preparation for it. And then the doctor came in and checked out the photos and everything. And he said, it looks like the original shot, the first shot, is working. He said, I see less swelling. There's the blood spot is dissipating. And so he decided that Mike didn't need to get a shot this time. So Mike was instantly so relieved. He was very relieved. And the doctor said that we will come back in 6 weeks and we'll look at it again. He said, and you might need one more then, you might not. We'll just have to wait and see. So he was pretty excited to leave there without getting a in the eye. We took my son with us to drive because we knew that it would be, we thought it might be late when we left and that, Mike's eye would be all messed up. So he didn't even need to go with us, of course, which that's, of course, how that worked. Because I had a driver, everything went fine. If I hadn't have taken my son as a driver, then we would have sat in there and waited for, a really long time. And then it would have been pitch black when we left and I would have struggled driving home. So it is what it is. He didn't mind. He got to go to a store called Shields. I know some of you guys have a Shields where you live. Not that it's a guy store, but it's kind of like a guy store. And so he likes to go into the guy store and look around at whatever. So he did get to do that. And then we did go have dinner with my husband's mom before we left. So yeah, it worked out really well. So what else was I going to tell you guys? Was there anything exciting that I have been doing? No. It's just this time of year, you guys, and I'm sure you all feel the stress of the season. But I was just thinking about it today. My daughter finished her final. Her last final was today for the semester. She's got one more semester left before she graduates. So she'll be coming home, I think, this weekend. And, when she comes home from college, it's Christmas. And I'm looking around here thinking, oh my gosh, I am not ready for Christmas. I still haven't purchased all my gifts. I've wrapped nothing. I baked nothing. I'm not ready. Yeah. So I need to get on the stick. Thankfully, my husband started his he works 4 10-hour shifts. And so he started his first one tonight. He works nights right now. So that is a little bit helpful because then I have all night to work. Whereas when he's off, we typically sit out in the other room and watch TV. And more often than not, I fall asleep. So I will be able to work and hopefully get everything done. I've got my 2 classes to get out this month. I am working on product shares still, or not still, I'm getting product shares ready. I've got to get my own Christmas cards out of here. I got swaps I've got to do for the new catalog. So yeah, we're just working on some stuff. So Cheryl, I did get your package and I just got it today. Well, it may have come yesterday, but I got the mail today. Oh yeah, and then we have the catalog kickoff. That's also on the radar of things that we have to get ready for too. So it's just a crazy time of year, especially if you're a business-minded demonstrator, there's just a lot of extra things you have to do because, of course, you're getting one catalog is leaving. So you're trying to promote the items that are no longer going to be available in case somebody missed something and you can share it with them and they might go, oh, I really like that. I need to get that. You're doing that. Plus then you're working ahead because you need to be prepared come January for celebration in the new catalog. So of course we're working on swaps. and that kind of thing. And of course, a catalog kickoff so that when January hits, we're ready to go. But of course, then you throw in Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's, and that just is a lot. It's a lot. So it is what it is. I've been doing it for 21 years. I guess I'm used to it now. I don't have any funny stories about my son. He still is, of course, moving out, so I'm getting sadder by the day that he'll be gone. And like I said, it's not that he's a million miles away from us. He's like 40 minutes, but it's still 40 minutes, and I won't see him every day like I do right now most of the time. So I'm going to be a little bit sad. But anyways, is what it is. Okay, I don't think I have any other real exciting stories to tell you. I had my team meeting last night. It was a ton of fun. We played bingo for prizes, and that was a lot of fun. I love rewarding my team, or giving back to my team for just, I appreciate them so much. And so we had a great time playing some bingo, and we wore some ugly sweaters, and we did some show and tell, which was really fun. We had a guessing game. We had a word search puzzle that I created in the shape of a snowman with a bunch of Christmas words, which was really fun. So yeah, it was a good time. So I had that I was working on too. So now that's over. So, whew, thank goodness, that's one more thing that's off my plate. So, but yeah, we had a great time. So, if you guys are thinking about joining Stampin' Up! And you want to become a demonstrator, obviously I don't expect everyone to do what I do, because what I do is a lot. But there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can literally sit at home and just order stuff for yourself at a discount. You can, invite some friends over, and maybe they'll buy something from you here and there to just kind of support your hobby and have a good time and enjoy stamping with people that are like-minded. You could have a couple classes a month, make a little bit of money, or you can actually, work hard. I'm not going to lie, it's not a piece of cake. You can work hard, and you can actually do this as a job. If you want. So there you go. So I am going to share a project with you today using products from the new catalog, because right now, if you join as a demonstrator, you can add those new products into your Stampin' Up! Starter kit if you want to, or you can wait until celebration starts, and then you can get the glass mat or an extra $30 in product. It's your choice. So yeah, but I just wanted to share something with you. It's a swap that I've been working on, and I really, really like it. It's so cute, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and flip the camera, and then I've got a few cards that came in the mail bag. And so I wanted to share those with you too. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I know for a fact that I set this dumb thing to horizontal mode, and now it's telling me that I can't do it. What? Okay, hold on. Maybe it's going to work. Oh, maybe it thought I was going to try to flip it the other way, like portrait mode. Oh my gosh. I literally about had a heart attack. Whoop. It must have switched and then switched back. Okay. Huh, phew. Because that happened to me a few weeks ago, and I have to tell you, it was very frustrating to try to do a live in portrait mode. There's just not a whole lot of space when you have this much room to work with. So, okay. Phew, crisis averted. I was about ready to cry. Here is my glass mat. I love this thing, and I use it all the time when I'm stamping. I just haven't quite figured out how to use it in my videos because the glare is so intense. I did order some caps, some little diffuser caps. They're basically like a hairnet for my clip-on lights that I have here, but I'm a ding-dong, and I didn't look at the size, and the ones I ordered were way too small. So I sent those back, and I've got some others on order. Hopefully they'll be here by next week so I can use my mat during my live, because I really want to, because it's amazing, but I don't know, because like I said, the glare is pretty awful. I'll show you the glare after we get done with a few things that I want to share with you, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I wanted to let you know that I am doing product shares for this catalog. I do product shares every time we have a new catalog. This is probably my 15th or 16th year offering product shares. So I am an old hat at it. I've got a pretty good system down. I get my product shares out to you super quickly. And I typically always offer a freebie if you get the I Want It All. So I will be doing that again this year. So my I Want It All share is all the designer series papers, all the ribbons, and all the embellishments in the mini catalog, not Celebration. But if you do order the I Want It All, you get a quarter pack of a random package from the new Celebration brochure. So I'll just order some packages of that paper, and then I'll just cut them into quarters, and I'll give you one of those. So that's this price here, $63.55. That includes priority shipping to you. If you just want designer series paper, they're all cut to 6x6, $31.50. If you want a double DSP share, there is one package that is 6x6, and so you would obviously get 6x6 pieces of that because I can't make them 6x12, but the rest of them would be 6x12. And then if you just want the ribbon and embellishments together, $35.50. I'm not offering a separate ribbon share because there's only 3 ribbons in this new catalog, and it would be very minimal, and it's just not what I'm doing. So I'm doing them together. So there is a link in the description of this video. I believe it's the very first link in the description of this video that will take you to my registration page. There you can register for the product shares you want, and then I will end up sending you a PayPal invoice for that share. Okay. So, because I know a lot of you guys like to get my shares, and so I wanted to let you know that I am doing it. Of course, you probably are fully aware that the holiday catalog is leaving us at the end of the month, actually January 4th or 3rd. I can't remember the exact date, but there are some products that are leaving us that are up to 60% off. So that is really amazing. You can just go to my my store, shoppingwithbarb.com. You can click on the banner that has the 60% off, and you can see everything that's still available and what is on sale. Okay. Oh, Joanne asked me where my son is moving. Yes, Joanne, he's moving to Buffalo, just outside of Buffalo. So between Buffalo and whatever the next town is, KC. So it's about 45 minutes from here. He is going to be working with his friend's family, and him and his friend are going to be sharing a duplex. So his friend will live in one side of the duplex, and my son will live in the other side. So they'll be neighbors, but they'll have their own space. So I'm really excited for him, but I'm just a little sad that he's not going to be here every day. The new catalog kickoff party. This is our banner for this one. Isn't that beautiful? Dina does a great job making the banners for this. If you are a Stamp Happy Academy member and have been since October, you get this event for free as part of your membership. If you are not a Stamp Happy Academy member or have not been a member since October, there is a link in the description of this video where you can buy it for $15. Pretty inexpensive. We're going to be using a couple of bundles to make our make and take projects that you can also purchase. And we will talk about that a little later on. Okay, meaning not today. All right, everybody who orders from me, I do offer free tutorials with purchase. This particular one here is free with a $50 order. I also have one for orders that are less than $50. And right now, I am also offering, since today is free shipping day, you guys, in case you didn't know, today is free shipping until 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. You can order in my store, shoppingwithbarb.com. I do have a host code. I don't remember. Well, maybe I can grab it real quick here. Yes. This is my host code for the month of December. 7 Frank, I don't know, Jeff or Jam. All of a sudden I can't think of what my husband does. He's always using like acronyms. So like Cherry, Apple, Uncle Sam, X-Ray. That's my code for the month. If you use that code and you spend $75, I've got a free embellishment for you from the new catalog. So I will be mailing that out to you. So yeah, get your orders in. You can get a free tutorial and a free embellishment from me. Okay. So my classes for this month, we have the super cute Simply Sparkling class with the soda cans. And I did this card for you last week. This is one of the cards in my class. It's super cute, super fun, super bright. I love it so much. So this is one of the cards that will be in the class. You make 2 of all the cards for a total of 8. You get some of the Stargazing Designer Series paper, some holographic foil, some ribbon and some gems, and then you can add on the cheery embossing folders if you want. Okay, the year to celebrate online class. I do have a card for you guys today using this because this is a super fun set. This is actually a stamp set that is, I believe, 60% off. 60? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 60. It's $11.40 or something right now, you guys. It's so inexpensive. So it's a super cute set, making a bunch of different party blowers. Love that. I still have some of my Fluffiest Friends kits left. This is one of the cards that is in the kit. Super cute. Uses a couple of those fun furry friends. And all the links to all these classes are in the description of this video. Winter Owls, I think I have 2 left of that. I always have adhesive kits for sale for you guys if you're interested in that. And then, of course, we always talk about Stamp Happy Academy because it is amazing. And you can register to join Stamp Happy Academy right now. Kelly did a live today. It was amazing. So if you're a live or premium member, you can go back and check that out, right? Okay, let me get these things out of the way here. And then you can see my mat where I have light, and my camera being shadowed by a light. And that's just, I don't like that. That just really bothers me. But, so this is the Glass Mat Studio. It's this amazing mat with all these, with this grid in inches on the side and then the bottom, and then metric across the top and on the other side. And then you get this little silicone mat that kind of sticks onto this, so you can do watercoloring if you want. It can just hold your things so they don't fall off. And then you get a little cleaning chamois that I don't have with me at this moment, but you get a little cleaning chamois. Now this little thing here, you guys, when we went to Billings for my husband's eye appointment, I threw this in my bag because I was going to work on my swaps in the car because I would definitely have time to do swaps all the way up there, which was like 2 hours. And so I have a little lap desk that I take with me when I go in the car. And this thing, I threw it on my lap desk and it stuck in place. And I had my glue on it. I had a bunch of little die cut pieces that I was using. And so they weren't flying all over my lap desk while I was driving. I was so excited. So this is a dual purpose item as far as I'm concerned, you guys. All right, I'm going to move this because, like I said, I can't handle the glare. And then I wanted to show you guys some of my hat. So I got this beautiful card from Lynn. So thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate that very much. A lot of detail went into that. Great card. This is a card I got from Carmen. Super cute, using that fun bear set, which, of course, the bear punch is now gone, I just heard. So that's kind of sad. I got this card from Tana. So thank you so much, Tana. Tana is a fellow Wyomingite. So I appreciate this very much, Tana. Beautiful card. I got this from, I think it was Patricia. Yeah, this is from Patricia. Look how she used tin foil and embossed it. How cool is that? That is a really fun technique, you guys. So this is a very fancy card. Love it. Lots of detail, all the coloring. I got this card here from Tony. So thanks so much, Tony. I appreciate that very much. Very cute card. Love the truck. She did some amazing stamping there too, getting those lined up. Good job. And then I got this card from Anne. This is a fun fold, so that's really amazing. So thank you so much, Anne. I do appreciate that very much. And then finally, I got this little packet from Cheryl. You guys might remember last week I showed you Glenn, the little cow. See if I can find Glenn. That my daughter made for me. And then Cheryl's granddaughter was watching me when I was live for Stamp Happy Academy, and she said she would like that I could send Glenn to her. Glenn's hat's not staying on very well. Well, I couldn't send Glenn because Glenn's mine and I love Glenn, but we had a Charlotte, Glenn's little sister, and so we sent Charlotte to Ellie. And Ellie got Charlotte and loved her. And Ellie sent me, look at this. Ellie is 4 years old, and Ellie sent me this card. Is that not the most amazing card you've ever seen by a 4-year-old little girl? I just about started crying. It was just so cute. And so she even signed her name there for me. Oh, I shouldn't say, I should hide that. But that is so cute. So Cheryl sent me that, and then another card from her, which is very beautiful. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate that so much. And then she also sent me some gift cards, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got a Starbucks card and a Crumble Cookies card. So we are going to be in 7th heaven here. I'm pretty sure me and my daughter will probably go up to Billings while she's here and do a little shopping. So yeah, we know where we're going to be stopping. Crumble cookie and a nice little note. So again, thank you so much, Cheryl. I really appreciate that. That was very sweet. And tell Ellie thank you also. Okay, now we can get on to what we're doing here. So I've got a card that is going to be using the year to celebrate. Like I said, $11.40. Is that 60% off? It might be 40. Maybe this is a 40% off item. I don't know, but whatever it is, $11 is pretty cheap. I'm also using the Dots and Spots die. This is an older die we've had for a while. It is a lot of fun. Just cuts out polka dots out of your cardstock. And I'm also going to be using this, what is this called? The Soft Shimmer 12 by 12 specialty paper. So it is really shimmery. It comes in 5 colors. You can see the beautiful bubble bath here on the top. And then we have the berry burst. And this isn't really glittery, so it's not really rough in texture. It's just really pretty. It's just a very soft shimmer is what it is. That's what it's called, and that's exactly what it is. We've got some Lost Lagoon, and then we have the Peacock, which goes with that really, really well. All of a sudden, my lighting is terrible. And then we have some Night of Navy. All right. So we're using this paper. Cheryl's going to have Ellie watch tomorrow. So awesome. Okay. I got some papers here. So let me pull out some stuff. So I'm going to start with a bubble bath card base. And then I cut this Berry Burst glimmer paper, or soft shimmer paper, excuse me, to 4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to just go right here on the front of the card. And then I took a layer of black and I ran it through the Dots and Spots die. And I'm going to adhere that right over the top of my glimmer paper, or my shimmer, soft shimmer. I keep wanting to say glimmer because it is kind of glimmery, but it's shimmery also. So I am going to use a little bit of this liquid glue here. I'm going to try really hard not to be too heavy-handed and not to squirt it out all over the place, because sometimes, we do. And then it can squish out and kind of make a mess. So you can see the beads that I'm putting down are just super, super thin. They're not even completely solid. You don't need, completely solid lines of glue to get things to stick. They will stick. I just want to make sure that I get the edges here so that they stick down onto the glimmer paper there. Okay. All right, so we're going to line this up. So these things are cut the same. They're both 4 by 5 1/4. Make sure I have it lined up nicely. I think I do. There we go. Press that into place. So then we have this little shimmer, and it's not as shimmery, I don't think, on the camera as it is in real life. I can definitely see the sparkle through the holes, and so it just makes me happy. So I'm going to end up putting that on the front here, just like so. I also have a couple more pieces of cardstock here. I have a piece of black. And what is this measure? I think it's 2.5 by 3 3/4. Of course, I just cut it like less than an hour ago, but who can remember that far back? Yeah, 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then my Berry Burst is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8, so that my black layer will go right on top of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down right now, since I have my glue here, and I can do this. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, but I'm pretty sure there's no reason why I can't glue this down right now. You need to, whoops. All right. Maybe I can start over. The beauty of liquid glue, right? I didn't quite get it centered so great. And so I did want to kind of adjust that. That's a little bit better. Okay, set that aside. I've got a scrap of white here, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping with some of the stamps in the set. So I've got 3 pieces to make a party blower. So I have the mouthpiece, and then the little, paper thing, and then the tail, whatever the tail is called. All of a sudden it escapes me. And then I also have a little tiny scrap of the soft shimmer paper in the Berry Burst. So let's get some ink out here. We don't need those 2 things right now. So I've got the bubble bath and the Berry Burst. I'm going to bring in a foam mat because these are photopolymer stamps. Here's a little scrap. I shouldn't need the scrap. Oh yeah, I shouldn't need the scrap because I'm not going to stamp off. Okay, so I've got the tail piece here, and I'm going to ink this up in the Berry Burst, and I'm just going to stamp that at the bottom of the paper. And then I've got my little middle part here, and this has the fun polka dots. I do have to scooch it down just a hair so I can line it up hopefully, like so. And then the little mouthpiece in the berry burst. And we're going to try to get that right on the end there, like so. But I'm also going to stamp that same mouthpiece on the back of my soft shimmer paper. Okay. And I'm going to cut that out because I'm going to glue this little piece of soft shimmer paper to the mouthpiece on the front. But I needed to have the mouthpiece there so that there's somewhere for me to glue this. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit right there for a second because I am going to fussy cut this out. And I'm just going to kind of do it real rough at first, and then I'll come back in and fine tune my cutting. I just find it's a little easier to cut sometimes if I don't have a whole lot of excess paper. It's just easier for me to cut that way. Try to get into these little spots. Okay. You can kind of see I'm just kind of cutting straight up into that, and then I'm going to come back and cut the other direction on some of these that are just kind of flat. So you can sort of see, hopefully anyways, if it makes sense what I did. I just sort of cut up, and then I'm coming back and cutting the excess piece off. And of course, if you're doing some detail fussy cutting like this, you definitely want to have a good pair of scissors, ones that you haven't, used a whole bunch. So they're still pretty sharp, because sharp scissors are the best for doing this fine kind of detailed work in the little pom-pom piece at the bottom there. And then, of course, we're just doing some straight cuts, which are pretty simple. Don't really need our fancy scissors for that, but we're already using them, so we're just going to keep on doing it. I'm going to snip just a tiny bit more off of that edge and give myself that. So I've got these two pieces that I'm going to keep. This I'm going to get rid of. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue here to this mouthpiece. And I'm going to add my shimmery layer on top of it, so that we have a fun shimmery little, and I don't know if the shimmer, yeah, I think you can see it. So we have the fun shimmer there. Okay. I think I need the berry burst still, not the bubble bath. All right. So I also have a strip of bubble bath. This actually measures 5/8 of an inch. I know that's a stupid measurement, but it just looked the best. A half was a little too small, 3/4 was a little too wide, so we're opting for the 5/8. And so I'm going to try to stamp this, hopefully centered on there. Yep, that worked out pretty good. I also have another piece of the glimmer paper. So this is 5/8 by 4 1/4, and then this is 3/4 by 4. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and add these pieces to, well, let's put them all together. So I'm not going to put dimensionals on this layer here, but I will on the other layer. So we'll just get this. Whoops, I just noticed a little excess piece there that I needed to cut off. Okay, so try to center that onto our card. Go ahead and add some dimensionals. Whoops, those are minis. I don't want the minis. Oh, I used another one of my kits last night to make some Christmas cards for my team members to send out with their gifts that I have for them. And I always forget they always give you dimensionals. So I had dimensionals with me. And so now I have this whole sheet of dimensionals that came out of a kit that I can now use. So that's pretty cool. All right. So let me try to center this as best I can. I think that is good. Okay. So then I am going to I'll adhere this, but I'm going to kind of adhere it a little bit kittywampus. And then I'm going to add my sentiment piece kind of over that glimmer paper. And then I'm going to add my little party blower like that. So let me go ahead and glue this down. Again, a little bit cattywampus. I think something like so. Look at that. I put congrats on both sides in case I messed up. Actually, I like this one better, so I'm going to put glue on this side. Kind of funny how I can pick and choose that way, right? Okay, so this is going to be centered from side to side, about a 1/2 inch or so from the bottom of that layer. And then we have our fun little party blower. And I think I will do some dimensionals on this little guy. You can see I used a scrap, and apparently my scrap had some yellow on it. It's probably from my next project, because I was using some lemon lolly for my next project, and that's probably what that is. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add our little fun party blower right there. So cute. What else do I have? Oh, and then I do have a few rhinestone or gem choices. They're not rhinestones, they're gems. I kind of am leaning towards these, but I don't know. Let me see how they look. These are something that's carrying over from the holiday catalog, which means that it will show up in a publication in the future. I do not believe that it is in the next catalog, but it should probably come out in the next big catalog is my guess. So I think we might, let's try these. These look fun. They almost look, they might, it's possible they are supposed to be, melon mambo, but sometimes a lot of things like this, I feel like it depends on what you put it next to as to what it actually ends up looking like. So we're going to stick it here on that. So we have even more shine and shimmer. So much fun. And now I'm looking at this and it's not even. Ugh. How does this always happen? I feel like I've got a million pairs of scissors here and I'm looking for a crappy one. I need to fix this. So if you find that your dimensionals are not in the place that you want them, you can just snip them in half, add a bit of adhesive to them. In this case, I'm using my seal. I think I probably need to cut this too because I need to bring it down just a hair. Add a little bit of adhesive, and then you can adjust where you want your paper to be again, and it should work out. Because I'm just moving them a skosh so the dimensionals will still stick together and everything should be good. Okay, so that's the outside. So the inside, I already did it just because I wanted to see if I liked what I was going to do, and I did. So I took a super skinny strip, like 1/8 of an inch of the Bubble Bath shimmer paper, and I stamped the little confetti piece a bunch of times at the bottom in Berry Burst, added that teeny tiny little strip of the Bubble Bath shimmer paper, and then I stamped Best of Luck out of the Throughout the Year stamp set. This is also going to be a carryover item. I believe this is going to be available online, so you can buy it now in the catalog, and then it will go online when the catalog is over. So it will continue to be available. It's just a really nice, fun set. I like the font. I like the variety of sentiments in it. So I definitely recommend this one if you guys don't have it. So let me go ahead and add this. You can see I screwed that up on the back. But you know, that's the beauty of two-sided paper, right? You can screw it up and you have another chance. So that's always, that's just great. Okay, so let's add this to the inside of the card. And then here is the outside of the card. Isn't that fun? So as a shameless plug, I want to remind you guys that we do have the year to, what's it called again? Year to Celebrate. All of a sudden I went blank. I do have the class coming up this month. It should be going out next week. And the link to purchase that class from me with or without the stamp set is in the link in the description of this video. So there you go. If you're interested in taking my class, which you won't be sorry because it's amazing, then you can get the kit in the description. Okay, I'm trying to like put all this junk away so that we can, well, it's not junk, you know, my stuff. trying to put it all away so I can move on to my next project, which is something from the new catalog. I'm so excited about this card, you guys. Okay, get all my bits out of the way. So we have a clear stamping area. Let me move that off to the side. And let me just do another shameless plug. I do have my product shares available for those of you that weren't joining us at the beginning. It's a little sampling of everything in the new catalog, designer series paper, ribbons, and embellishments. That was a hard word to get out. And you can register for this with the link in the description of the video. Okay, so we are going to be using the hot air balloon stamp set. So stinking cute. The coordinating dies, the hot air balloon dies. And we're also going to be throwing in the everyday details dies. These are really fun. Well, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of dots left in here, and I'll show you why that is and what I did with it. So I took a piece of Balmy Blue, 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with this particular die, so you can see what this die does. It doesn't do the clouds, but it's like a double circle. So when you run that through, you're going to get a piece that you can take out, a circle you can take out that has dots all around it, and then it will leave an opening with dots all around it. Now, as you can see, I put mine on the edge so that it would cut like a partial circle out, because that was the look that I was going for. Sometimes you can get those little bits stuck in the die. If you just take your pick tool attachment, that's, what is it called? The die brush attachment, I think. You can roll it across there and you can get those little bits out of there. No problem. And then we have bits everywhere. Normally I would do that at my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but I did want to show you how easily they come out. So I didn't have any issues with all the dots cutting out, as you can tell. And then I took this piece here and then I ran some of the clouds through. So there's 2 clouds in the die set, and I used 2 of them, and I got myself 3 total. Okay, so this is a really fun die set. It's also got some other fun pieces too. Just got this kind of crisscross piece, which is really fun. It's got some more circles, a larger one and then a smaller one than these here. It's got what looks like the number 5 on a die. Like if you were going to roll some dice, the number 5. So it's like the number 5 is multiple times on here. I haven't used that one yet, but it looks really fun. And then we have rectangles. And the large rectangle is the same as this circle. It's a double. So it'll do the same thing this one did, but only as a rectangle. And then the other 3 rectangles will just do rectangles. So it's a really fun set. It also has a coordinating stamp set. Well, not coordinating, but it can be sold as a bundle. I just bought the dies because I'm a sucker for some really cool dies. So there you go. All right. So next we need a scrap of white. Well, we also have our thick white card base, so we're going to put those together here in a minute. But I need a scrap of white. Or no, I don't need a scrap of white. I need a balloon. Duh. So I did stamp or cut out one of the balloons. This is so these 2 pieces here make one balloon. I mean, you could use this as a balloon too, but they go together and they can make a balloon. And then this can go on a die, I believe. And then you have this balloon here, and then we've got this fun banner piece. Anyway, I'm not going to get too detailed into it yet because you can't buy it yet, but I wanted to let you see what you could get in your starter kit if you wanted to join and be a demonstrator right now. Also, if you are a demonstrator right now, you can buy these things right now. And don't forget, today's free shipping. So orders of $75 or more get free shipping. All right, so I'm going to bring in a foam mat just because it's dark and then my balloon is light, and that way I'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with some Lemon Lolly, and I'm going to ink up the larger balloon image. And I found it's pretty simple. There's like a little bump here and a little bump here and a tiny bump in the middle. So it's these 2 bumps on the outside of that middle bump, if that even makes sense at all, is what I'm looking at, because I've got these 2 bumps right here at the top of this stamp. And then down here at the bottom, I'm just basically looking at the base to make sure that I'm going to cover that. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm just kind of looking through the stamp. Got to scooch it down just a little bit more. Up and down, make sure it's straight. And then here we go. We've got the fun lemon lolly part done. Now I'm also going to bring in some 40 Flamingo, and I'm going to do the other piece of the balloon. And this one is also works out pretty good. So this part here is going to go down at the base of the balloon, and then this middle section here is going to go in that little point like I talked about just a few seconds ago. So again, and I found it's pretty forgiving. It doesn't have to be perfect, which is really nice. Okay. And look how cute that is. Yay! And it's already die cut. So you can obviously stamp it and then die cut it, but I find that it's pretty simple to stamp on the die cut. And for me, that's easier than trying to line up the die. If I can just cut a blank out of white and then stamp on it, that makes me happy. Okay, so then we also have, and I don't know where it is, and hopefully it's in here. It is. We have or no, we don't. Hold, please. Wow. Oh, I know where it is. I just remembered. I was doing swaps, and so I have all this stuff set up on my Stamparatus to do my swaps. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it on my Stamparatus, and I do have a little blank of white that I'm going to stick in. So I've already done all of this, like set it all up and everything. And now I can just stamp it. So I've got some balmy blue ink here. I'm just going to tap on that little balloon basket and press that down. And then there is my little basket piece. And then I can fold it out. Now I didn't get it perfect. I don't think I inked it up very well, but it's going to be fine because it's going to go underneath my balloon. So I can then take my balloon, come back here, and add a little bit of glue. Oops, we got a glue booger there. And just a little bit lightly, nothing too crazy or too thick. And then we can pick up the basket. And then we have a completed balloon. So this is a smaller balloon, like I said, but it's so stinking cute. Okay, let me close up my ink pad. What else do I need? Oh, I've got a little 3/4 inch strip of white, and I am going to stamp one of the sentiments out of the set says "Wish Big." Super cute. And so we're going to add that to the end here of a 3/4 inch strip. Actually, I think I need to leave a little more on the end than I did, so I'm going to flip that around and do that again. Okay, like that. That's better. And then we can snip that off. And I am going to flag the end. So I'm going to bring in my Banner's Pick-a-Punch. And I'm going to slide my paper in there, and I'm going to snip this off a couple of times. I'm going to pull it out, look at it. Ooh, I can go a couple more. Yeah, this is the right side. That one, and maybe a little bit more. Maybe even a tiny bit more. I should have figured out what size it needed to be, and then I could quit all this random cutting. Okay, we have that and this. All good. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what my thought process was here. So I'm going to fold my thick white card base in half, and we will, of course, burnish it with a bone folder because that's what you do. And then I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to glue it down. So I'm going to be careful again. I'm going to add a little glue to this kind of cornery area right here. This is a brand new glue, so I'm trying not to squeeze too hard because I know that if I squeeze really hard, I'm going to get glue literally everywhere. So I'm just going to try to go around the inside of this. I probably don't need to do this. This is probably overkill as far as going inside this circle. So maybe we'll just quit right now while we're ahead. And then we're going to come out and add some glue around the whole thing. Just a little bit. Again, not trying to have it squish out all over on me. All right, and then we're going to just line this up on the front. like so. So that's what we're going to have as our card base. And then my little balloon is going to kind of sit right in that circle there. And I think I might use a couple dimensionals here. A big one and then a small one down here at the base of the balloon on the basket. And we'll try to center that into our little window here. There we go. And then this little guy, I'm just going to tuck under the balloon there. But you know what I'm going to do with it? This is something that I do every once in a while when I actually think about it. I'm going to kind of curve this a little. So I'm just kind of gently kind of curling it like a ribbon, like you would if you were going to curl some ribbon for Christmas. And then it's going to be a little bit 3D. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this end here. And then maybe this little bump here. And then I'm going to tuck that under my balloon. And then the banner that I have here is going to be have a little bit of interest to it too, which is really fun. Okay, I think that's straight. Let me look at it with my both eyes. Okay. Then, as you know, I mentioned that I cut out some of these adorable little cloud pieces. So let's go ahead and throw those on. I decided to go tone on tone, meaning that I'm using balmy blue clouds on my balmy blue background. But any other color I just felt like wouldn't have looked right to me. So that's why, oh, I almost lost a cloud. I just felt like a different color wouldn't look right. So I decided to stick with my balmy blue and do that. So we're just going to add a few of these clouds. I feel like they need to be straight, right? All right. Donna said she's going to watch the replay. Thanks for joining us, Donna. Oh, you guys are asking me questions and I'm totally ignoring you. Cheryl, what was the dark color? Oh, Flirty Flamingo. Somebody answered you, right? Yes. Okay, good. All right. And then I think we're going to put it over here. Maybe we'll put it over here. Final answer. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. Okay. So we have that. So then for the inside, I'm not quite done with the outside, but I wanted to go with the inside. This is that crisscross die that I showed you out of the essentials. This kind of crisscross die right here. And so I ran that through my machine on a 3/4 inch strip of Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to attach this to a 3/4 inch strip of Lemon Lolly. So again, I'm going to try to be careful and not, get too crazy with the glue. See what happens. Okay. And then we're going to glue these two together. These are really long. They don't need to be this long, but I wanted to make sure I had a long enough piece, Okay, so just kind of gently get those together. All right, I am going to bring in a trimmer and I'm going to trim off the end here. There we go. And then I'm just going to stick that at the bottom here of my inside. So let me add some glue here. Whoops. That probably was too much. Rub that off my finger. So now when I stick this in here, I'm going to line it up at the bottom. I'm going to push it into the fold line, and then I'm going to close it. And if it ends up pushing it out of my fold, that's fine, because I want to make sure that my card will still close, even if I have this on the inside, which I think is a really fun piece. So now we can snip off the excess here. There we go. And now we have a little bit of fun on the inside. And there is a cute little sentiment for the inside here. And it says, what does it say? Up, up, and away. Hooray, it's your birthday. So we're going to do that in some balmy blue. And then I have a little tiny bow that I want to add because we have some fun new baker's twine. Whoops, I need to stamp that and make sure I cleaned it. It looked like all of a sudden it was black, and I thought, oh my gosh, did I not clean this? As happened to me recently. Okay, so there's the inside, outside, and for our final little thing, we have this new collection of Baker's Twine. It's called a 3-color pack. It's got Lemon Lolly, Flirty Flamingo, and Balmy Blue in it. So cute. And I'm just going to tie a small little bow here. Whoops, it's stuck on my finger where I actually have glue still. Stop sticking. I should go wash my hands, but that's not happening right now. Okay, so then we're just going to manipulate our bow just a skosh. Tighten up those. All right. And get my little ribbon scissors here. Carol said she still has the other balloon set. Yes, that was a fun one. All right, I had to manipulate my bow just a little bit more so that it would lay the way I wanted it to. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a glue dot and I'm going to roll it up into like a little log. Hello, Carol. Thanks for joining us. So you can see I'm just kind of rolling that over onto itself. So I have a tiny little log, I guess, if you will. And I'm going to add that little log to the back of my knot here. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to add that just right here on this cloud, just for another little bit of interest. I feel like my little tails are just a teeny tiny bit too long. Cut those off just a little bit. Okay. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, this die is, yeah, perfection. I love that so much. And then we have fun on the inside, fun on the outside, and that's it. And I have one more kind of quick card for you guys. I just wanted to share something with you guys that's going to be carrying over, but it might be something you want to get now. It's going to carry over into a next publication, so probably not till the annual catalog will we see it again, but it's these beautiful brushed gold cards and envelopes. Okay, they're $12. They are, how many is in here? 20 cards, 20 envelopes. The cards are all the same. So they already come scored. They already have this fun gold imprint on them. And you could even, if you wanted to, you could cut these in half. And then you would have 2 pieces. And you could make actually 40 cards if you used your own white card bases. But I'm just going to go ahead and use it as it is because I think it's pretty interesting. And then I just decided to randomly grab a pack of paper that was gold foil also. So this is the Joyful 12x12 paper. It's got the fun plaid in shaded spruce. It's got the holly berries and gold. It's got the gold kind of wood pattern. And then it has this fun musical note piece also. And so I thought we would just make a super simple thank you card. So we're just going to glue this down. We're not even going to use dimensionals. We're just going to glue this down right here towards the bottom. And this is the largest stylish shape circle. If you're wondering where I got this circle, the largest stylish shape. And I could use those polka dotty ones that I just used in that other card too. So if you don't have the stylish shapes, but you're going to get those, that will also work. So then I just needed a thin sentiment. And so 2 different sentiments that I found. One of them was, what did I just do with that stamp set? For heaven's sakes, here it is again. That throughout the year, they have a nice little fun skinny thank you. And then there's also a skinny little wishing you a festive Christmas in the trucking along set. So you could use either. I have one of each. So I just have a 1/2-inch strip of cardstock here. I stamped thank you on one, wishing you a festive Christmas on the other. And you could decide, you know, which way you wanted to go with these pieces. And obviously these are a bit too long. I should have measured. How wide is my circle? My circle is about 3 inches. So I probably want my sentiment to be maybe 3 1/4-ish. We'll see. Okay, so where's the 3 1/4? Right there. So if we chop a little off that side and maybe chop a little off this side. Hello, Barbara. Thanks for joining us. And then we can add this little thing right here. So pretty simple. I actually need a Christmas card, so I'm going to go Christmas, but you might be done with your Christmas cards, you lucky people. And you might just want to make it a thank you card for all those fantastic gifts you're going to get over the holidays. So you can just add a real quick skinny sentiment there. I grabbed my gold and silver trim combo pack. This is an online only exclusive item, so it's not in a catalog, but you can get it online in the online store. The number is 161633. And so I went ahead and tied myself a little bow here, and I'm just going to add it right to the end of my sentiment piece there. I'm trying to find my glue dots. Like I just used them. Where the heck do they go? Where does stuff go when you misplace it? You know, it's an age-old question. And just add a little thing right there. You have an envelope, and there it is. I mean, it's so simple. And you could do that with any paper. And I'm going to share with you a little sneak peek of another paper that's coming out. This is called Forever Love. It also has gold accents. And wouldn't this be fun? This moody mauve, if you cut a circle and stuck it on there, that would be really awesome. Or this gorgeous pretty peacock. You could do the exact same thing with any of these papers also. So lots of gold foily choices in this pack. So this will be available, I believe, January 4th or 5th. I can't remember the exact date. When the new catalog goes live, and you could just copy this card if you get the card bases now. So they won't be available at the same time that that new paper goes live. So you'd have to already have the cards in the envelopes, and then you could buy the paper. So, and today's free shipping day, so why wouldn't you? All right, so that's it for today, guys. Let me bring my things back in that I made. Clear off some space here. So here's our super simple, could be Christmas card, could be thank you card, could be birthday card, depending on whatever sentiment you decide to use. And then our super cute balloon card from our new stamp set called Hot Air Balloon. And then finally, from my Year to Celebrate class, we have this fun card. I was fast, Cheryl, because I got to get the dinner done for my son so I can watch the football game. I'm very excited about the football game. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Those of you that tuned in late, you can absolutely go back and watch the replay. And I appreciate your support very much. So have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.